Surprising no one, I've got another bunch of films because I went into the outside world. We're going to go through them, 5 Blu-rays, 5 DVDs. I'm actually going to do the DVDs first. How have I never had a copy of Ratatouille? Such a strange film to be missing when obviously it's a really common film to find and it's a classic. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Ratatouille, to be honest. Wasn't sure about picking this up, but this is a documentary about Bruce Springsteen. I really like his music. I find him really interesting. I did enjoy the biopic about him. It does seem interesting, and like I said, I really like Springsteen, so why not? Mitchells and the Machines. I remember this being really good when it came out. I haven't seen it since, but I really like that Sony animation style that they kind of pioneered with Into the Spider-Verse, so excited to see this again. I remember it being really the stupidest film of this entire haul. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. I'm shocked that I haven't seen this because it just seems like one of those forgettable 21st century comedies that I would have seen and probably not liked very much, but also found entertaining enough. Great cast on this. I'm especially excited to see Steve Buscemi in a more comedic role, and Jim Carrey in anything is always fun. Then we have a Peter Yates film, Suspect, starring Cher and Dennis Quaid, which is an interesting cast. It also has Liam Neeson in it. Another one of those 90s thrillers, courtroom drama, conspiracy theory thing. Sounds really interesting. I really like that kind of film specifically, if that's not obvious. Looking forward to this. I had never heard of it, but it was 10 pence, so absolutely. On to the Blu-rays now. I haven't seen this in a while. The Revenant, fantastic film, as I recall. I don't love Iñárritu much as a director. I find him really inconsistent, but this is one of his best films, in my opinion. DiCaprio's phenomenal in it. Tom Hardy's also very good. But the real star of the show here is Emmanuel Lubezki, the cinematographer, because this film, it looks absolutely stunning. Some of the long takes are gorgeous. Those really wide lenses is spectacular to look at, so grateful to be able to see this again. In a French film by Jacques Audiard, Rust and Bone. This is a bit underrated, I feel like. It has great performances, a great unpredictable story. Really enjoyed this when I saw it some time ago now, and again, excited to rewatch it, although I do wish it wasn't a rental copy. Night and Day. This is directed by James Mangold, which is hilarious because he did A Complete Unknown, the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan biopic, which I think is excellent, and he also did this at a low point in his career, clearly. But as much as this film is mediocre, I find it extremely watchable just because of the charisma of Tom Cruise's performance, basically. I love George Clooney as a performer. I think he's often underrated because people see him as somebody who just kind of plays themselves or is charismatic but doesn't have much depth, but I do think he has genuine depth to a lot of his performance, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in this. Obviously, I don't expect this to have particular depth, but I don't know, I find George Clooney extremely likeable, so I'm excited for this. Finally, we've got what I believe is a German Blu-ray of Broken Trail. I hadn't heard of this at all before, but I saw what looked like a terrific cast with the late Robert Duvall, as well as Thomas Hayden Church. I really like both actors, and this is produced and directed by Walter Hill, who is a very talented director. He does do a lot of westerns, so I'm hoping that this is as good as his other westerns are.